everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Cbse Courses with Riti. Today we are going to continue with transportation in plants, and as we have discussed about xylem and tracheids, that how they transport water and minerals, here we are up to discuss phloem, I mean the translocation. Translocation basically means transportation of food. In your first video of the transportation in plants, we have discussed that which cells do transport food and which do transport water and minerals. Phloem are the in charge for transportation of food, and to be more precise, sieve tubes and companion cells are the one which transports food in plants. Just a second. Okay. Translocation is a very important term. You no need to get confused. Translocation means transportation of food. It can come in a word marker. Okay, coming back to this. How this whole process occurs. So let's get started. Sieve tubes, companion cells are the living cells. As we have learned in our previous class, that is your 9th standard, we learned that in phloem cells, only one cell is there, that is your sclerenchyma, else all the cells are living, hence sieve tubes and companion cells are living cells. Okay. As you do remember that in the very main difference between phloem and xylem, according to transportation in plants, is if food is transported by living cells, but water and minerals are transported by dead cells. You remember, right? Xylem में vessels and tracheids were dead. Only parenchyma living होता है. So please remember, यहाँ living होता है, but xylem में dead होता है. You can always write it in a differentiation point. It's important. Phloem, sieve cell, tubes इस तरह से रहते हैं, और उसके जस्ट बगल में there is a companion cells. As the name suggests, companion, they are always as a companion, as a supporter with the sieve tubes. मैंने यहाँ ड्रॉ करने की कोशिश की है. Let's say this is your sieve tube and just beside it it's your companion cells. Now food हमें कहाँ से मिलता है? That is very obvious answer, from leaves. How? Because leaves have chlorophyll. Chlorophyll does the process of photosynthesis. From photosynthesis we get glucose. And glucose is what? The food only. Glucose is our food, right? Glucose is our food. The leaf में chlorophyll है. Chlorophyll does the process of photosynthesis. As we have discussed what is photosynthesis, I am not going to dig in. Now, which photosynthesis the product we get is glucose, C6H12O6. That is nothing but your food. So let's say this is a leaf, although it doesn't look like one, but still. And it has your food in the sense glucose. Now this food needs to get into these sieve tubes. How will it? So sieve tubes have something called sieve plates. Let me write down here. Sieve plates. Now what are these sieve plates? Sieve plates are nothing but, you can just remember, this is not mentioned in your NCERT as long as I remember, but for better understanding I am telling you, sieve plates are just like a hole. Like hole होता है in your sieve tubes. Hole in sieve tubes. So this helps in what? This helps in transportation of food from leaf to your sieve tube. Food from leaves to sieve tubes. This is what it happens. Now the thing is, this is your sieve tubes. Let's say this is your sieve tubes. This is your leaf because it's green in color. I am transporting this food from the leaf to this. Okay, and these are like this. And leaf, to be more precise, it's a cell. That is your mesophyll cells. Now you will say that I am complicating the things here, but the thing is, leaves are made up of cells only, right? अरे मैं सीधे ये नहीं बोल सकती कि leaf एक part of a plant से सीधे cells में चला गया. तो जहाँ पे the cells which carry out the process of photosynthesis, which makes the food, are known as mesophyll cells. Okay. So basically you will say कि mesophyll cells जहाँ पे photosynthesis हुआ and you got the product glucose, वहाँ से हम transport कर रहे हैं food to the sieve tubes. Sieve tubes are what? A part of phloem cells. A sieve tube is a living cell basically. अब यहाँ से एक living cell से दूसरी living cell में मुझे food पहुँचाना है. These two cells are like this. How will it happen? So actually it happens by with the help of ATP. Now this is something we are going to know about or dig in about in our senior classes, but if I'll not tell you this, then this process seems to be messed up, right? लीव्स जो कि बेसिकली मेसोफिल सेल्स है, जहाँ पे हमारा क्लोरोफिल होता है, खाना बनता है, उससे हमें सीव ट्यूब्स में खाना देना है. अब सीव ट्यूब्स के पास एक प्लेट है नोन एज सीव प्लेट्स. सीव प्लेट्स आर नथिंग बट जस्ट लाइक अ होल इन द सीव ट्यूब. छोटे 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 होल्स हैं. बट इट इज नॉट वेरी इजी कि हम तुरंत मेसोफिल से डाल दें. कुछ एनर्जी चाहिए. अगर इस चीज को यहाँ पे कुछ रखना है, मुझे यहाँ से उठा के यहाँ रखना है, so I need energy. Or if I have to walk from here to here, I need some sort of energy. That is what ATP for us as well and for the plants as well. So with the help of ATP, मेसोफिल सेल से सीव ट्यूब्स में हमारा फूड यानी ग्लूकोज जाता है. Okay, this is clear. Let me write it up cleanly so that it looks nice and understandable. Mesophil cells 2C6H12 और 6 जा रहा है किसमें? In your sieve tubes. Okay. Now mesophil cells, if you want to know about it more, you can just Google about it. It will just pop up, and you can write down it in your notes for just to be understandable कि मैंने यहाँ mesophil cells क्यों लिखा था. Anyways, इतनी बात समझ आई. अब this happens with the help of ATP. तो हमें ATP का यूज समझ आ गया. Quite interesting, right? We now know what is ATP doing. ATP transportation of mesophil cell से खाने को sieve tubes में ले जाने में हेल्प किया ATP. Let's say अब ये food जो है यहाँ आ गया sieve tube में. Let's say your food is now here in your sieve tubes. What now? Now you have to transfer it in all the parts of plant because all parts of the plant needs food to grow, to repair the damages and so on. तो ये कैसे होगा? I'm gonna rub it, so just pay attention to it. I'm drawing it a way bigger because मुझे थोड़ा चीज दिखाना है. जैसे मैंने इसको और मैग्नीफाई कर दिया. This is what? Sieve tubes. Now here it has, let's say यहाँ food है. इसमें food है. Now you have to transport the food downwards as well, upwards as well. How will it happen? तो अब आएगा यहाँ पे दूसरा चीज. Now please don't try to dig in कि ये क्यों हुआ, because if you will do, it's gonna be hard. I hope it's clear, it's visible. H2O, that is sucrose हम इसको कहते हैं क्योंकि सिर्फ वाटर नहीं होता है, इसमें कुछ पार्टिकल्स लाइक मिनरल्स वगैरह मिक्स होते हैं. That's why we call it sucrose. और simply you can remember H2O as well. तब क्या होगा? H2O इसमें अंदर जाएगा. H2O अंदर जाएगा by the process of osmosis. I don't know whether it's visible or not, so let me write it down with this marker as well. Osmosis से H2O into sieve tubes. Now मैं यहाँ बहुत ही sign language type की language लिख रही हूँ, but in your exams you need to elaborate it. Means इस तरह से symbols use नहीं करते. So through so water or the sucrose transports into sieve tubes by the process of osmosis. Now water भी यहाँ है. तो अब ये क्या हो गया? So now how it looks like? ये water particles है green color से. This is water. This is food. Water or sucrose, whatever you say. Food all obviously ज़्यादा होगा, काफी. Okay. Now इस part में हमने पहले से food था. Now we got the water as well. That is your sucrose. अब यह sucrose कैसे आया? Osmosis से. अब ये दो चीजें तो आ गई. But now अब होगा क्या? This will create HP. HP is high pressure. यहाँ high pressure create हो जाएगा. Do you remember transportation in plants, the water and minerals वाला? What happened? Transpiration हुआ, ऊपर pressure कम होता गया, नीचे उस हिसाब से pressure high रहा, और high pressure to low pressure जाता गया. और let me take one more example. Straw, the one we are taking many times in this topic, but still. Straw, you put it in your glass filled with juice, and when you suck it, so what happens is ऊपर का जो pressure था वो कम हो रहा है और नीचे का pressure high है, तो it flows upwards. In the same way यहाँ अब क्या हुआ? इस particular region का high pressure हो गया, और बाकी जो parts of plant हैं they are having low pressure now comparatively. मैं यहाँ comparatively कह रही हूँ. यहाँ high pressure है water, यहाँ low pressure है, बाकी जगह तो है ही नहीं, low pressure है, right? तो what will happen there? एक बहुत ही important term है कि कभी भी high pressure to low pressure जाता है, चाहे वो wind हो, air हो, water, कुछ भी हो, high pressure to low pressure. it goes. So now what will happen? यहाँ high pressure है. So from high pressure it will go down to low pressure. High pressure to low pressure जाएगा. मतलब यहाँ इतना दूर जो high pressure है अब ये ऊपर नीचे जाना स्टार्ट करेगा. जहाँ पे भी लो प्रेशर होगी और लो प्रेशर हर जगह होगी. जहाँ पे भी खाना नहीं होगा वहाँ लो प्रेशर होगा. Therefore wherever food is needed there will be low pressure. जहाँ पे food की कमी होगी वहाँ low pressure है obviously. So now this food will move towards the parts of low pressure. Let me just sum up it very quickly. Companion cells, sieve tubes, both are living cells. They are beside one another like this. Now sieve tubes have something called sieve plates, which are just like a hole on the surface of sieve tubes. Sieve tubes are a cell, and leaf are made up of leaf को नहीं कहते. Let's say where the food is made, where the C6H12O6 is produced, that particular cells are known as mesophyll cells. So now I have to transport the food from mesophyll cells to your sieve tube so that it can be transported to all the parts of plants. What I'll do is mesophyll will get transported into sieve tubes by the process with the help of ATP. Now with the ATP through sieve plates, sieve tubes में खाना पहुंच चुका है. Now C6H12 is there, but now it doesn't. C6H12O6 is there, but now we don't know how to transport it into parts of the plants. To transport it into the parts of the plants, we take the help of circles, or you can just simply in simple words say water. Now water from xylem vessels basically होता है. यहाँ xylem vessels आती है, but I'm not getting dig it in. यहाँ xylem vessels होती है because xylem vessels and phloem vessels are like this. Let me just say, ये जो है, this is nothing but xylem vessels. I don't know whether it's visible or not, so please sorry for that. Xylem vessels. These are the xylem vessels. From xylem vessels, your circles or your water transports into or moves to your sieve tubes. Water, or you can say circles, moves to your sieve tubes by the process of osmosis. Please remember osmosis. Now osmosis is when the water or the circles in your sieve tubes, that particular region is now of high pressure, and the other parts of the plants are basically comparatively low pressure areas. And we know high pressure से low pressure जाता है. What will happen here? ये food जो high pressure पे था, now it will start moving towards the low pressure, and therefore all the parts of the plants which need food will get food for the repair, for the growth, everything. With this, translocation of the transport of food occurs. Now let me write down here the pointers so you can make notes of it, or at least read and understand it. So just give me 2 minutes. Okay, here I have written pointers that shows you the mechanism of transportation of food. In the previous video, I told you the question आएगा in transportation of how water is transported in plants, like elaborate the mechanism of transportation of water and minerals in plants. इस तरह से question आते हैं, right? In the same way, they can tell you mechanism word use कर सकते हैं. So this is what the mechanism is. Along with food के साथ यहाँ पे hormones भी transport होते हैं, but we are not talking about hormones here. Anyways, phloem, sieve tubes, companion cells are the living cells. Translocation याद रखना. They can also give you the question. Elaborate translocation. So translocation maybe you have to tell each and everything from this to this everything. Now food, that is your glucose, is made in mesophyll cells of leaf. Enter sieve tubes of phloem by using ATP. ATP is not the energy, right? H2O or the sucrose enter sieve tubes containing fluid. ये उधर ही घुसते हैं जहाँ खाना है. By osmosis, which creates high pressure in phloem. Obviously it will create. We just try to understand it through a diagram. That was pretty awesome, but still. And therefore food moves to all the parts of the plants. And how? Because all the parts of the plant will be having low pressure. ये HP का elaborated high pressure and low pressure. Please write it down like that. Therefore food moves to all the parts of the plant having low pressure. Right? This is what happens. And hence food is transported in all parts of plants. It's pretty simple if you pay attention. Now the thing here, the question that rise in my mind was, sieve tubes की बात हो गई, H2 भी sieve tubes में आया, food भी sieve tubes में आया, transportation भी जो हुआ वो भी sieve tubes से ही हुआ. So what are these companion cells are doing? A pretty basic question. Although I'm not telling कि सिर्फ इसका companion cell पे यही होता है, but as long as we are here on the stage, we are standing, companion cells do what? Companion का meaning क्या होता है? If you elaborate companion means support, someone who provides you support, company. That what companion cells are doing with sieve tubes. Sieve tubes के sieve tubes के just बगल में companion cells. So this companion cells does what? Actually provides support to the sieve tubes. Now one more thing here is I didn't mention sieve plates here. Right? मैंने यहाँ sieve plates नहीं लिखे. That is because it's not mentioned in your NCERT, so I didn't want it to make things complicated. It is more easier to learn. But if you are very sure that right you want to have sieve plates in your answers as well, so you can do a 4-minute phasophyll cells of leaf enters sieve tubes through sieve plates of phloem by using ATP. यहाँ sieve tubes के आगे you can just add through sieve plates. And in the next line you can tell what is sieve plates is. Right? You can just tell that okay this is sieve plates. And this one point. Although I have discussed it, but phloem is bidirectional or multidirectional. Phloem is bidirectional or multidirectional. Whereas your xylem is only unidirectional. Uni means one. So why xylem is unidirectional, why phloem is bidirectional and multidirectional? We have already learned. Right? If you know the reason, comment me below. And if you don't know the reason, still just comment me below that okay you don't know and you don't understand it. I'm gonna check it and let you know the answers. So the question is why phloem is multidirectional, why xylem is unidirectional. Second question is, your homework is, let me just rub it. Okay. Question, why phloem multidirectional and xylem is unidirectional. ठीक है. Second question, what is translocation? Elaborate. This is something we just discussed. Okay. And third is we have to find out why circus. Yeah, let's say what is circus. And last question was, I just remembered, what was the last question? Xylem, vessels and tracheids, dead or alive cells. Living cells भी लिख लेना. I have just very weird one. But anyways, with this we have completed the chapter transportation in plants. I hope it's clear. I hope you like my video. If you do, so like, subscribe and share my channel. Also don't forget to ring the bell button so you will get all the notifications of my channel. Do the homework questions, comment me below, and if you have any confusion in this chapter, just let me know in the comments below. Also tell me which topic you need me to make videos on, and subscribe, share it with your friends. Okay, then bye. Just subscribe.